one more thing to say because I feel like that's the way these men have been able to carry on all this time. After Christ or Yeshua or whatever this energy is, the Holy Spirit is a woman energy that's supposedly, allegedly bound to a man. When these people want somebody to be bound to a man, that has nothing to do. That gives me some type of immunity or immovable clause to be able to still do what I am, my work for God. They want to make it seem like because I sit here and talk about these masculines or something like this, I'm there. There is a sense of covering if these people have connected themselves to me or whatever. There's an obligation or something here that has to be filled. That has nothing. It separates that which is so called heavenly or something from or sacred or something from the duties of a so called wife to just a man with breath in his nostrils. So I feel like even people are trying to charge somebody on healing during marriage that has nothing to do with. See, and I feel like they used this when it came to this masculine to clone him and have him go around here and bliss people in my energy, right? Okay. But they would because somebody is a has a female form, you understand? Like I couldn't go do the same thing. Who are you afraid? Because God is telling me something different than what these people in this pulpit is saying. So they try to restrict the time of healing for people. They took that away from someone and made these people seem like burglars trying to get to the Christ to get some type of healing, some understanding, some insight, or some whatever it would be to try to make it like it's a filthy thing when really somebody was supposed to be covered or protected by their by somebody. Okay, these women or these wives by their men while they were doing whatever, and me to be covered by God in a sense to be able to freely go do what I need to do. But somebody tried to block somebody off from God or block somebody's communication with the higher realms here, or even block somebody's communication with that which is in with them myself, and allow other people to have that access to that and do whatever they want to do with my energy, which would be defiling these people, even if it's just a collective or soulmates or something that this was supposed to occur with. Somebody wanted to turn it into something filthy. They didn't want to. So I'm even thinking about this energy of like, oh, you shouldn't talk to other men if you married and all this, and if your man say you can't have no friends. Well, if God tell me I'm supposed to be communicating with certain people, I don't give a fuck what that man is saying. What's the difference? If I go to church and talk to the man next to me or to the pastor, or if I'm at school talking to my boss, I mean, if I'm at work talking to my boss, or you know what I'm saying, out in the community talking to other men because I'm a healer or something like this, I don't know. I just feel like somebody try to flip the script on something and try to make it seem like only work in their benefit. That's why I say it's a separatist thing. Somebody is separated. Somebody was allegedly separated, but these men wanted to take that something that's sacred or something that's supposed to be stored up in heaven. So this is a graven image. They wanted to do some type of graven image ritual to harm somebody by going in somebody's Akashic records or going in the community trying to find out gossip or secrets or whatever the fuck technology they could have been using to try to get this information to expose somebody or exploit somebody and make something look filthy that could never be. That could never be. So that these other old ass women with these ideologies or whatever, they could take advantage of these people. I could feel it. I could see them. I could see the souls of these men. I feel like people think is no, you're exploiting this and you're saying this and that's what's changing. No, no, you're sucking on them, and I'm upset. You're trying to take away. You're trying to. I don't know if it's something about like the little children because the little children. I don't know why I'm seeing that these could be people that look like grown men and women, but their mindset is not because I'm thinking about. I seen okay. Let me just tell you for instance. I seen an interview with I seen an interview with Chris Brown, and I'm like, I seen an interview I think with him on the Breakfast Club or something, and I seen his like 2 years ago or something like this, and I seen his energy on there, and then I seen this thing what he did with this crazy Marco or whatever his name is, and I'm like, that's just a whole different energy right there. That's a whole different energy. That's a whole just a person, a different person, a whole different vibe. So like I said, I don't know if these people are using mind control or they're just siphoning the souls of these men by keeping them separated. I don't know what this is, or keeping them in that childish energy or something like this, so that they could, you know, be in their emotions or retaliate, or it's something about a certain select group of people. This could be these people that could be trapped in the 90s energy or something like this. I don't know. But it's like a mob mentality, whatever these people are using. It's like the church and the state and whatever else. In some people's estates or their bodies or something, that they're using to do whatever this is, this antichrist movement. Even these churches is working with the LBGTQ in them as their antichrist portion of their group. They're all working together to try to manipulate the situation. They're trying to prey on, even right now I'm noticing myself going back into a somewhat innocent or naivety energy. It's like they're trying to reduce a populace that's supposed to be leading right now back to like a childish kind of banter or a childish or something like this. But I still feel like, again, it's that essence or that innocence or something like this. Because I can be in the energy of being like an innocent, kind of silly person one day, and then I could go into the energy where I'm going to put some people in their place. You know what I'm saying? These could be higher up individuals. You understand? Well, what source is having me or allowing me to say? So somebody is trying to manipulate energy and time. You know what I'm saying? This is like God sending somebody on the earth to do something, and then YouTube thinking that they God trying to block somebody from their messages or their views or whatever it will be. The thing is, you still can't fool me though, because you can't fool a child. You can try to tell a child something like, you know, go in your room or something like this. I don't want you down right here right now. You know, get it. Say you and your person doing something, or you smoking some reefer. Why did I just come out like that or something like this? And your child come down and it's just like, get back upstairs. What you doing? I told you go back in your room. This and that or whatever. I didn't tell you to come out yet. And like, why? Why? But what you doing right there? But why is that smoke coming out of there? But why it smell like that? What's that weird smell? You can't, trying to put somebody in a child place. You just, you know what I'm saying? You want the truth to come out then, because the child is gonna figure out. If it make you feel better that you just fooled the child, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I remember like things like this or something, and going over, oh, they just down there, they just mad because I came down there and I smelled that stuff down there. It's that kind of energy, because the child gonna tell you the truth, whether the adult like it or not. So somebody's trying to, I don't know, they're trying to overpower or show that you made too many mistakes. You know, you've been able to humble people or something, and now you're about to be humbled by who? You workers of iniquity. You trying to keep me cut off so you can suck the souls of these men or these people? They won't even survive another 7 or 10 years. I also feel like there's some people that just launched out of the planet or away or to go do something or to disappear or something like this. Okay. So I might maybe was supposed to disappear with somebody, but they have a different agenda. They think they're gonna go do this, whatever this is, with somebody else. And some of these people have taken the finances of some of us, and they're gonna go and do this with somebody else or something like this because they really can't face you because they know what they've been doing in the background. So they're gonna block your destiny or what got the work God got you to do on this earth because what they think they're a better fit when they know that they did corrupt things and held people back and did these particular things in order to stop you from this journey. You think, oh, the time is up on our cycle, so that means what? Nothing to me. That mean we could just redo it again. It just means we can keep on going or something like this until whatever gets returned or it's supposed to be given is given. Because I feel like these people wanted to bombard somebody. They knew you had something to say, but they just needed to get all these people to go against somebody or something like this, or find out one thing about you, or look, that person sleeps in their clothes, or you should not be looking at me in my house anyways. Unless you're trying to put me under surveillance because I'm the president's daughter or something and you're supposed to be protecting me. You understand? Or something like this. These people are trying to close the gates or close the doors or imprison innocent beings or something like this, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, otherwise. So they can still siphon some energy or something like this. Very detrimental meetings or things were supposed to happen here and they did not happen. Instead, they watered somebody with the dirty water. They try to make it look more pure and clean and polite and more melancholy or something like this. And like make me look wild or untamed or unfit in its direct opposite because of their lustful passions and their little, you know, their little, we'll just say that. All this time wasted playing around with on God's. And that's why I said God's time is different, but it still has something to do with time. And so I feel like that's why some of these lords in the Bible refer to honoring the mother and father. But then why is it saying something about don't listen to these people with breath in their nostrils, look to God? So there's something like some type of huge thing to discredit someone on things that shouldn't even matter to you. I don't know these things about you and your family. I don't know these things about these filthy women that do the spell work and everything like this that you got in your back pocket because they on your payroll. While you sit here and know that I should be again being honored or being able to at least do what I need to do or eat well or something, and these people are doing manipulation spells to manipulate things like that. These people are rotten to the core, and they're not going to get away with it. You can't. It's like you can't fool me. I can see it. Even today, I just feel like there's something different just about my demeanor right now. Somebody tried to do something. There's some spell work or something that they've done to try to change the narrative or downplay something even more. It's something like this. They got all their little people of their harem and everything like this, and these pastors or these other people are so happy about their new little choice selections that they have of their little background women that will continue to go out there and do a spell work on people and things like this while you try to shut me down for speaking the truth about it. someone that should have the first pick or the first selection or first choice. You're trying to send in the stragglers or something, as if God can't heal them and renew them or restore them and place them higher than you, because some of these people are innocent. Some of their behavior is because of the things that have been done to them, that they have no choice. They had no choice. After these men and these other men in their secret clubs and stuff have ran through these boys and tried to give them something promising, but all they got is some kind of disheartening feeling, or some of them are now going in the other direction. Because when we talk about you can't have two gods, that has something to do with boxes and wands as well, on a sacred or a more spiritual level. Or like not drinking from, not having the cup of this and the cup of that. This could also be talking about somebody being on a down low and not being honest with someone and double dipping or something like this. They're dipping in that dirty cup and then they're coming to somebody's holy or clean cup, and they're not saying anything. They're not being honest about what they're doing. I don't know why I see it's like aftermath energy. It's like, after the dust settles after a storm or after a tornado or something like that. That's what, I don't know, this rising feels like that. The smog or something like this. The children that were purposely left behind, so that again, I think it's that book. What is that book called that we be reading sometimes? The war ruined us or something like this, but the city ate us alive. I don't know. It's something like this. And that's why I'm saying, if somebody was trying to make their way to get to me, to get me to somewhere or a destination or something, and these people try to stop that because they can benefit more off of siphoning somebody's energy or something, it's a shame on you. To even try to make somebody feel like, confused, or that um concerned about which direction or something, is to cause confusion. And that's why I'm saying, but these people claim to be holier than thou. And the only way I claim to be holier than thou is holier than thou that are doing these treacherous things to people to get ahead, or whatever this is. And it's usually something like, oh, this person doesn't fit in, or look at their attire, or look at the, you should not be looking at any of that. But see, a lot of these people, they're not even concerned about the attire. Some these people that I'm talking about, they looking at your soul, trying to see how they can get that. In the connection between, I feel, soulmates or twin flames or something that were supposed to come into union, them trying to block that or stop that, that's like, I don't know. It's like going out into the wild and do clawing every lion and taking their fangs out or something like this. Like, why would you do that? That doesn't even make any sense. But you let the tigers keep their claws, and you let the tigers keep their fangs, and they have to be in the same encampment. And then to try to act like, oops, well, we didn't realize what we were doing. No, you knew exactly what you were doing. To go and early, before even somebody had a chance to go ahead and snare all the lions that would be able to wake up and roar one day, and put them in some kind of in circus arena or some kind of encampment or something like this. What he said, what Nancy say? No PhD, no PhD, no something or whatever. It's kind of like this energy like that, without the training or something like this, because you knew what you were doing, trying to destroy somebody and siphon off of them the whole time. And it's like, the way that God has shown me the world is being able to drop down these people that I once had some type of respect for or something, and now they're just on the little play. They're trying to be higher than me, but they don't understand. I'm sitting here looking at them like ants on a board, and they don't like that. So this got to be the time when, even if they had somebody walk away, excuse me, from me, or miss an opportunity or something, this is the time when they are planning to strike. And it's not the first time. It's not the first time. And it's like the calamities, or the amount of like betrayal or thievery or manipulation that people are doing to run away from whatever this is here. Like, to try to, it's like somebody's look, you're running from a little girl, but you're bullying the little girl, but you're, it's something like that. It's like so weird. It's your actions of trying to run and hide and cover up or build something or whatever like this, but you're also trying to link up with many people and go against one person. It's the weirdest thing ever. And like I said, it's like a giant looking at some ants on the ground. Like, what are you doing? I see what you're doing with that rope. I feel like they need somebody to be in a child's place, or be seen as immature, or not knowing what you're saying, or all over the place, or ADD, or this, or mental illness, or something like this. No, what's being said here is plain and simple. And it's maybe, if you want to act like a grade schooler, and you want to act like a, what they used to, what you say, a kindergartner. Because again, kindergartner. Even when I think about that, I just seen this clip of this man proposing to somebody, and I remember I told y'all it was an older man that was hanging out with my cousin or whatever, and then she introduced us to him, and he was just like a guy that was just like way too fucking old, possibly to be around us. Okay, but this could have been like a shepherding energy or something like this. Okay, um, and because we had two older men in our life, and again, I might have caught them looking at me or something once in a while, but I, from what I can recall, I don't remember them stepping out of bounds with me. I don't remember them. I don't know. I don't know again about what somebody could have been doing in the dark, but I've when I was in the car with them, or had them pick me up to take me somewhere or something, I never felt weird or uncomfortable. I think for a second I might have felt uncomfortable once. But I don't know what it was, but I think it was more so because I don't know what it was. Something did make me feel some kind of way toward some type of time, maybe once or twice or something like this. Okay. Um, Matter of fact, I'm thinking about that because then we stopped hanging out with. I think when we was hanging out with Fred, we stopped hanging out with Fred, but Sophia kept hanging out with him. Okay. Um, like they had a different type of relationship. I think they even lived um, closer to each other or something like this. Okay. Their bond was just a little bit different. Okay. Um, it's kind of weird because I feel like I was like the baby or something like this, and but somewhat of a muse, right? But then again, the bond between, see, that's what I'm saying. Something must have shifted, or something could have changed here. Because then this Sophia energy could have became like a den mother energy, and again, I would have been the prey, or what, the energy source that, you know what I'm saying, they would use to pimp out or something like this. I'm hearing how to pimp a butterfly. So the same thing could have happened, like again, um. But the thing is, I remember Nisi is the one that introduced us to both of these men. This could be something Wars e as well here, because her dad was the big Star Wars buff. But to come to think about it, she was the one that introduced us to both of these particular men. And if I think about it, you know, Nisi is my was supposed to be my blood cousin or whatever. But I remember also after, um, we was kicking it or whatever like this or whatever. We was younger. I had more time, whatever, before I had all my children and everything like this. But now I'm just remembering that once I moved up into Wisconsin and things changed a little bit, that then Sophia ended up getting closer um to Nisi. So they were hanging out a little bit more or something like that. But like me and Sophia was always like tighter or whatever. But like we did more of the same things throughout the time. But I don't know. I'm just thinking about that. Because then I think I'll start me and my other play sister, we started going out. I was going out with my friends and everything like this, but they were at that still homebody part where they was just sitting, coming to each other's house eating food and stuff like this, and we was doing that. And then sometimes I would be okay with doing that, but then I would want to branch out and get out and be I had to get out. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't just, I'm just like, shit, we doing this every weekend, motherfucker. Can we do something? Can we go out to eat to a different restaurant, a play or some shit like this? You know what I'm saying? I feel like that was a deciding factor of that kind of how that happened. So on my birthday, I was still trying to get us all to go together somewhere or something like this on my birthday celebrations or whatever. But I don't know. So I don't know if this is like some kind of secret recruitment or something or whatever this is. And I just was the naive person or the energy source that had to be naive about this shit or something like this. Okay. Because I think right before when this play cousin Fred passed away, the girl Tiana that was claiming to be Chance the Rapper's cousin, that me and her got into the argument because I said his wife looked like a transgender, and we got on this big old argument online. See, that cousin Sean came up too. Okay. And so that's that's my cousin, like my okay. Sean and her, Sean and his brother's baby mama's always been really cool, but I think he was really really cool with her. So I feel like this is something here. So when she said, yeah, I still go around your family, I'm cool with them or whatever. And I think Tiana and Khadijah, which is a cousin of Sophia's, they both I think made like an appearance on Empire, right? But I was wondering, like when she said that, I'm like, I don't know why I feel like she was talking about the karmic family because she was trying to get into the music industry. She was like, somebody that was trying to get into the music industry, trying to get in with like certain, rappers and stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? She's making me think about that for some reason. And she was the one that was being real tight with Fred when he passed away. Like Fred always had a girl, not a girl on his side, but he always had a girl or girls around him or something, but he not sleeping with them to my knowledge. You know what I'm saying? He had this one girl that he was kind of on and off with, like a secretish girl. I never remember seeing her all the time or nothing like this, but it was a one girl I think that he used to go out with or something like this. And we'd be like, man, Fred, that girl be cheating on you, or man, Fred, this, and that, or I seen this, or something like this. I can't remember what her name was, but I just remember there was an underlining woman somewhere that I don't know. Even if I never seen her, or maybe I did or something. It's just something about this woman. I don't know. It was very mysterious that I even thought that she was siphoning or just using him or something like this, right? But it just makes me wonder how, like we all spent time with Fred and everything like this, but then he get around this Tiana girl and they tight as hell, and I just felt some kind of energy off of it or whatever. And I don't think it was jealousy or anything like this. I just because I've seen Fred with many girls. He would be like, yeah, I'm over here with Kia, or yeah, so, and we just knew who these people was or whatever like this. But when this girl came on the scene, I don't know, it was just something weird. When I heard that that's who you know, his new ride around buddy was. So I don't know even know why we're talking about this, because y'all know we do shit different over here. We talking about something else. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know why we're talking about this, but this sometimes I feel like somebody want me to go back on the story, because these could be passed over souls that are here that haven't been able to be laid to rest or something, and they could be asking me questions or something about this, because whatever, regardless of whatever somebody say, with that elephant coming up, this is somebody that wants to know something. They still didn't get an answer or something like this, and they possibly know where to come to get it. And I said this is a direct, like this is, it's like a new, I don't know, sometimes it feels like a lineage to me. Like this what we built or whatever around this time, even if these people have a different way of looking at it, or they're more tapped in or whatever, that's like a stream. It's something that was with these people in that particular part of the nation. There's something about that area, this area, or something like this strip. So in the midst of the garden, it's even making me think about whatever these people, this G7 or these people getting together or something like this. Um, and that's why I'm even thinking about that G representing like a gateway or a doorway open. You know how the big G is, like that's an opening or something where somebody opened up the gates to the garden and let people come in after 9/11. It's some shit like this. I don't know why I'm thinking of it like this. And that there's some secret agenda of people coming in getting fruit, not just from one tree, but there could be other trees that spawn off of that tree. If the tree of life been here for all this motherfucking time, there could be other energies or other, something that has grown from that too. So I don't know. It's something about a certain elect or select group of people or something like this. And who's the mother of some of these seed? And if this mother had more seed and more seed, were these people supposed to be touching these children, or were they supposed to leave these people alone, or what is this? It's something about somebody's fruit or seed or something like this. And it's just like a guy said, oh, don't do this, or don't, I'm hearing, don't turn my father's house into a harem or a whorehouse or a whatever this is, okay? And it's like the most sacred part of the garden in general, or the garden in general, somebody has made that the staple point out of total disrespect with the middle finger up to God, like somebody can't see. Somebody has made that the cesspool of something, some type of sex industry, whether this is sexual immoralities in the courtroom, signing documents that and giving people property and other things and deeds and stuff that's supposed to be going to someone else. That's sexual immorality. Letting some big city slickers come in and say, hey, we know this, that there's some children that were placed here or something like this, and you know we need the court system in this county to work with us to make sure that we all get paid with this money, and this child don't never get this money so they can finally leave the garden. So is it more something about some type of spiritual sacred thing or something that they're doing here, or is it just that they're holding back gifts that, again, if these orphanum children or these orphan children or these type of children end up, these motherless fathers child end up in these things, you won't give them their portion. You won't allow them to build a tribe or a small group So when they do leave, they can leave together and they can put things together? Or did you just not want the Christ to do that? Or did you not want somebody to do that? Or do you want to still siphon on somebody's energy, and so that they can't do that and they can't be protective, and somebody just sit here and just be unproductive, and you can just look at them in a zoo or a one ring circus zoo without no benefits or nothing like this, no good treats or nothing like this. Ain't nobody even getting no motherfucking. If I'm the lion, bitch, you ain't even can't even get me a steak up in this motherfucker. I'm eating kibble. You understand what I'm saying? Like, no, no. So this is church state finance. It's something weird that's going on here. And I feel like God wanted these people to be able to expand in something like this with people that they naturally. That's like somebody trying to um like, even like I was reading that scripture the other day, and it said something about, oh, this this lifeless thing or something like this. At least the Lord and these people be having their mouth open, and it made me think about something sexually explicit. To be honest with you, deeply in my mind. So somebody could be being kicked out. Like somebody could be. I don't know, because they're not sexual. Like, say, okay, so if you was gonna set it up, if that's what I'm saying, we're gonna step off just a little bit. But if they was trying to set it up or something like this, why you didn't let my twin flame come in here and meet me sporadically or somewhere or something like this, and then me and that person form a bomb, sneak us bond sneakily behind this person's back? I don't know what these people is doing. Why didn't you let me? Because I have the right as a Christ energy to do what I'm doing if God got me doing it. You know what I'm saying? So what is this? They're trying to get the last holy one out of the garden so you could do whatever you want to do in my fucking garden or something. And that's what I don't get. So when I was thinking about that kindergarten, the other guy that used to ride us around, his name was Kenny, and that guy looked a lot like him. And then it made me think about Gardner, or the Gardner snake, because that's another family line um that's linked into the to my family line. And that Libby energy that we picked up on yesterday. And I feel like these are the people that stole the destiny, because he was around us when we were younger and we was all hanging out like that. So this could be just something like this as well, where that's where this started. That's where this started. And everybody that I thought was my friends or cousins or everything, they branched off. They could have got this inheritance of theirs or mine or something like this, or they could have got their inheritance and went off, and then they just didn't get mine, and now they just came back to get my inheritance or something like this. And so where the money goes is where the holes goes, where everybody goes, or whatever it is. It seemed like. Because I'm here, I hope you have the time of your life. But I feel like also somebody is trying to preserve somebody. Somebody's making moves and trying to preserve somebody, and they just didn't want you to, I don't know, experience something. I don't know what this is. But it's like, then you trying to put me on the level with everybody else where you can't, like, they trying to do a rat race or do what I did, or do something, or I don't know, have some orgies or swinger sessions or something like this to do something. And I feel like this has something to do with like ancient Indian energy or something like this, dance and all this other kind of stuff. But what did oh, you thought if you came in and rewatered the garden like the Lord God did in Genesis 2, that you was gonna change something, that you was gonna be, but then again, you had to take everything that been watered by me already, and then you had to water the shit again, and then whatever, and it doesn't matter what you're doing, the main core energy is still my energy. It's still the source energy. But I'm guessing how you do that is try to do mind control, or try to do some brainwashing or something, or some kind of frequency change where, yeah, that's true. But now we all got all the energy from you, and we're gonna boot you out. It's kind of like, man, in fact, it's making me think about Superman. That movie my daughter made me go see with the Superman and the black and white man. The black and white man, you know, and he was like, "Yeah, I taught you whatever, and I gave you something, and then you booted me out." And I was just thinking, like, man, that's like, okay, so that could be also like this Spider-Man energy, even though I liked him in the movie and everything like this. But it's like, wow, was that the nice mean guy? I mean, the fake nice guy, you know? Like, because it don't happen like in the movies. So is this Spider-Man energy like one of these exes or something like this? And they know all along that they had the energy for me, and then, but it's like in some of these children movies, but you still was rooting for Spider-Man to finish or destroy, or didn't understand why this white and black spotted man wanted to get Spider-Man. But if you really listen to what he said, you know what I'm saying? But because it's Spider-Man, do you see what I'm saying? Because it's Spider-Man, people were still like, "Oh, Spider-Man, kick his ass." You know what I'm saying? Most children are gonna do that because it's Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, because the black and white man was only in there for a minute. But if you think about what was saying, it's like, oh man, Spider-Man, is you an energy vampire? Like, what the fuck? Why he just say he showed you how to do this, or he gave you the juice and then you used it against him? You know what I'm saying? It's something like that. It's some, and nobody's trying to listen to that. They're not because the whole reason why they did this is to try to disconnect who is the real source energy. Um, Cutting off that energy of not giving God or somebody that is a higher being than you the credit. And this could be somebody out here that was doing that. And somebody else could have brought up this that you didn't give God the credit. And this person like, oh no, it's my credit. And somebody saw that as a green light to then go into that person's life and try to act like they're God and try to demote or discontinue my energy when it comes to all of this shit. So even this person saying you disconnected God, no. When you chose to try to link up with this twin flame and you know who you are, you went against God. You went against me. And this person may even be sprouted from, if it ain't my seed, something that was created out of mine. But I feel like somebody is okay with that because whoever whichever masculine this is, they trying to still play God over me. So if they can siphon my energy out of me and put it in that girl and have that person play me as God, see, that's the weird part, because somebody can't take it. They don't want nobody to see me for who or what I am. So this person abandoned the connection between me and them, right? And want to take something lesser and then take my energy though and my image and cast it out on that energy and my money and pay that person for shit that's going on with me while I'm being ridiculed. They act like that. I don't know, these people haven't been watching me in my house in unflattering moments and using this for great TV without my permission. Now somebody could be thinking, well, I'm just trying to do something new. I was trying to do like they do in the industry, or I was trying to, whatever like this. No, somebody trying to ruin someone is that's what you were doing. Because you wanted to still make it seem like you're higher than me. You didn't want to come out my mouth that these niggas was fed by me, that these niggas been sunned by me. That's why they can't go nowhere for real. And it wasn't my choice. There's no contract. You thought you was slick by coming in on my energy, and now you tied or you bound or something like this. But I'm not like these bitches that go hovering over you and following you around and try to manipulate you and get to do all this. But again, that doesn't change the fact that these people have siphoned my energy. And then you got the nerves to poke fun at it when you know that the result of possibly my demeanor or my behavior or my mindset or something is from that type of activity. That me maybe being drained or mentally or physically drained or something comes from a lot of people pulling on my energy source that were not invited in, or that God didn't, the people that wanted to sneak into heaven, or they wanted to get the passcode or something like this. And that's some crazy shit for somebody to want to get the passcode from you, and when they get the passcode they lock you out your own shit. Like I said, this video ain't for everybody, but maybe everybody that was involved in whatever the fuck this is will be able to see it from a different point of view. That's all. This might be a beginning of a retreat. And again, with that retreat, it might be somebody retreating with somebody. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now somebody wants somebody to sit here in some type of emptiness, like I don't know all around what the fuck just happened here. That there's no good men or there's no good whatever this is, people, women, whatever. I don't know, people that's in charge, whatever the fuck this is. Because nothing should have if that's what I said. This is the besides putting other energy into something. But again, the only reason why these people was putting energy in is because they knew they would be able to manipulate the outcome, and possibly the outcome would not have the real Christ energy or would not have me in it. That's what I'm saying. Somebody already knew that they created something else in the likeness of me, and if they wanted my soul, they were just gonna give it to this energy or something, and then that was just gonna be it. Or I could sit here with all of my goods, my soul, and all of my compartments. You know what I'm saying? And somebody be like, "Well, that's you. You want to stay intact. You want to keep your soul." You know what I'm saying? And sit and dwell in this for I don't know how long, while just realizing slowly, even more so, how much these people have stolen or taken from me, including a whole person that God made for me. And ain't nobody complaining. We just putting some shit together. I like doing puzzles. Hmm. And then still send energy backwards, like, oh, I'm here without you, but I still my lonely night. Why are you even doing that? You either gonna do something and you're gonna show up and you're gonna show out, or you're not gonna do it and whatever like this. Don't be playing in somebody's face. Because obviously this is an energy here where somebody was supposed to come in as a savior, but somebody, whether that's just with a message, a direct message, or whatever this is, it's almost like somebody want the person that's looked at as a lower being to say, "Oh, something come save me," when this person got billions of views. All they had to do is say in all these with these interviews or whatever this is or these posts, all they had to do is say this, that, and they post. And then it would be loud and clear and everybody would see it at one time. We're like I said, why are these people trying to hide this? Is this how they got rid of many people before from this town? Make them think, okay, now your thing is over. Now you can come this way. And then these people never heard of again. So don't say nothing when you go, somebody's working on this. Don't say anything. Why? Because you think you got me surrounded? Why? If I go snooping around, somebody gonna see my face and like, damn, that is this person. That wasn't the person that was here at this court case the whole time. Why? To buy you more time? So you can steal more people's stuff or something like this? What is it? So you can seem better? But see, that's the thing. These some of these people they getting tricked, and some of them they just that's how it is. Birds of a feather flock together. It's what they were born to do. It's all the fuck they know. So you do not know me. If these people is attached to me, you don't know me. You can't force attach something to Jesus or to Christ and then say, I do know you. No, you do not know me. You think you tapping into my mental, and most of the shit is already gone. It's set to the side so you can't get attached, so you can't get a hold of the information. You only got a portion of what the fuck somebody you can never. See what I'm saying? Even these people that's thinking that they're gonna take somebody else and go off and do this with this information, you only have a portion of it. You're gonna be sitting there looking stupid, broke as hell, looking around like, dang, how did that happen? In no time because you're trying to you running away. You running away from what you know the real work was here to do. You run away from me, you run away from yourself. You shunning me, you shunning yourself. We already talked about this. I don't know how I know this, but these are just keyword things that God just placed in me to say. And a lot of people are already not just saying it right now. They're about to start feeling it if they haven't already. How's that for a prophecy? So this was just a rant. It was just a rambling, just a freestyle energy. I don't know if it's just God be wanting me to give you just a bird's eye view of what we've captured. You think you've been doing your research on me or God or something like this, or our connection, or me and my connection with these people. I guess God just be wanting somebody to get everybody to get a little piece of something as to what God see. I'm tired. I'm tired. I really am. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. I want to do something else. Shit. You know what I'm saying? You know how a kid be like, nope, next. You know, it be coloring, then be like, oh, I don't want to color no more. I want to paint. Oh, I don't want to paint no more. I want to do a puzzle. You know, it's just like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Or somebody say, it's your turn. Yep, you get to do whatever you want to do or whatever like this. And then sometimes like, oh boy, I don't know what to do first. You know what I'm saying? So those just a couple of pointers. And no, I don't have ADD. It's just the message ended up being like that, like a Picasso, or just thrown out there. You know, maybe you can get something from the message or whatever. Maybe you won't, but it is what it is. Anyways, I need to give me something to drink. I'll see you guys later.